Alright, Claudia, this is for you. This is my base color now. Eventually I'm going to show you how to mix up the colors.
You should put younger cops on the lakes undercover. See if they can lure them out. The smaller and less imposing ones you can find, the better.
Or we could grab a couple guys from the academy.
Perfect. But move quickly.
He's accelerated his attack schedule. He won't wait long to strike again.
Damn it! Where's the spare?
That is the spare.
Oh, of course, there's no reception.
It was a gas station. About a mile back. You want me to hook and see if they have any tires?
No, you stay with the car. The walk will calm me down.
So I'm going over the lines because this is how you can get the effect I showed you earlier. New viewers, this is how I will show you later.
Rossi, what do you need?
It's not what I need, Emily. It's what she's asking me to do. The disease is acting quickly. Caroline is already suffering, and she doesn't want to go out that way. She wants to die on her own terms. And when this case is over and we get back, she asked if I would help her do it.
What are you gonna do?
I don't have a choice.
Dr. Carroll, preliminary test results show the young son has cancer of the blood. He's dying.
All right, wait a minute. Witnesses said Jake Shepard, the first victim, was out on the lake for a baptism rite.
He was with his congregation.
Well, those water burials could be seen as a form of baptism, too.
Especially when given on somebody's a God complex.
What is
So,
this, religious or
that's the wings. Odds of me having to go over those wings again are very low. Now, you told me your hair color was black. I disagree, but here you go. Here's your black.
Sir?
I also need information on Jake Shepard. Religious ties, spiritual background, anything.
Oh, all that information will make for a fast search. Give me a spiritual, something heaven sent other than my engine.
And in the background, I have Criminal Minds going.
Whoa.
In case you're wondering what the voices are.
After a near-death experience changed his life.
What happened to him?
He was in an ATV accident. He coded for 4 minutes. He was lifelined to LA, where they managed to revive him, but clinically, he did die. Death and resuscitation. That sounds a little too similar to our Anson's MO to be a coincidence.
All right, Garcia, dig deeper. Jake Shepard's death wasn't random.
It was on like Obi-Wan. Garcia!
So, a terminally ill
So obviously this is a bit more difficult than my last post of simply doing the symbol.
guy trying to come to terms with his own death.
Finding out you're going to die isn't enough to make somebody psychopath.
He does, however, explain why he stopped strangling his victims. How do you find out about death?
You ask someone who died.
Is he bringing his victims back so we can talk to them?
Evan. Are you Evan? Are you Evan? Is your name Evan? Is your mom Samantha? Yeah, that's me. What's going on? Hey, you have to come quickly. There's been an accident. Your mom's been hurt. Well, what happened? Where is she? Come with me.
Like the taste of fresh apples? Looking for something a little different? Try an Angry Orchard hard cider. We use traditional cider apples from 100-year-old.
Don't worry, Claudia. This is not going to be your final color. This is just my base color. Remember I told you don't make your outline the same color as your internal? Well, and I'm going to show you how to mix flush color. Although I don't think beginners should be doing that quite yet. Or maybe you should. I don't know. It took me a while to figure out how to do it, so I'll show you how. This.
Enjoy your phone.
You too. All right, be cool. You got the amazing new iPhone 7 on the house by switching to AT&T. What? And you got unlimited data because you have direct TV. Just a few more steps. School.
Get the iPhone 7 on us and unlimited data when you switch to AT&T and have direct TV.
With dynamic performance to help you hold the curve and old styling to stay ahead of the curve. The Lexus RX, RX Hybrid, and RX F Sport. This is the RX Elevate. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Can anybody help us? Don't go it alone. This Columbus Day appliance event, Sears experts will help you save up to 35% off appliances. Plus, free delivery available on all appliances over $3.99 with Sears cards. Sears, how's
So for you viewers, this is basically just fancy coloring. And so if you like the coloring in fad, the odds of you liking this are very high. Why am I making these videos? In part is to show you what you can do. The other part is so that there can be more fabric paint for me. This is not a popular craft, unfortunately.
Blood clots and reduces the risk of them happening again. Not only does Eliquis treat DVT and PE blood clots, but Eliquis also had significantly less major bleeding than the standard treatment. Knowing Eliquis had both turned around my thinking. Don't stop Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. If you had a spinal injection while on Eliquis, call your doctor right away if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. While taking Eliquis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor.
So to begin, the best thing is to use patterns that you find are best to use, like simple coloring patterns. I managed to draw this off of this lovely picture. There's a lovely picture that's based off of. You might end up later seeing me refer to it, just so I know where I'm coloring and where I'm not. Snaps. I forgot the other colors, so I will be back. Wait, no. I remember what I was going to do. Because pink, no. Yeah, now I can't do what I was going to do. Because I said that I can't use the base color.
It's so much more fresh officers. This is not the place for them.
You just don't. You just drag them into a place like this.
This would definitely help. So what I'm about to do is use metallic. You guys have seen me use it before. Metallic has a benefit and a downside. Metallic shows all of the movements that you make with the paint. Now this can be a good thing when you're trying to add detail to things. Downside is if you're not too good and your lines aren't perfect, it will show every single one of your little lines. But it is a lot of fun.
did you see? Mom? Don't look at him. Look at me. What did you see?
Jeepers, the more I dig, the more peculiar it gets. Okay, the first victim, Jake Shepard, had an interesting life. And I'm using interesting in replacement of the phrase, he was a big hoodlum. He had a history of truancy, petty theft, domestic disturbances, all of which landed him in the juvenile hall for some stints during high school, as you can imagine.
Was there trouble at home?
Not at all. Jake just fell in with the wrong crowd.
What kind of crowd?
The drug and sexy parties kind.
But all of that changed after his accident 6 months ago. After he died. He didn't just die. He was saved.
Jake Shepard saw the light, like literally. He spoke of a gentle light and a silhouetted figure bathed in warmth who welcomed him, but told him it wasn't his time.
He woke up a changed man. He believed.
If the Sun Sub is so obsessed with death, then Jake Shepard was the perfect person to talk to. He'd been there and back again.
But come on, guys. Gentle lights, shadowy figures. Those are the lights in the emergency room and the doctor's hovering over the patient, so we all know that. No one actually sees the afterlife.
I did. Before Tobias Henkel resuscitated me, I had that exact experience, and I wasn't in an emergency room. I was in a shed.
Bridge, you never told me that.
I'm a man of science. I didn't know how to deal with it. There's no quantifiable proof that God exists, and yet in that moment I was faced with something that I couldn't explain. Still can't.
What if the Sun Sub has had a similar experience, and this is his way of looking for answers?
If that's the case, why kill Jake Shepard? Why not just talk to him?
He wanted to see if he had the same experience as before. Once isn't enough. Not if Jake didn't see the same thing the Unsub did. He wants to know if the experience can change. I can relate to that. Reed felt a warmth and saw a light. When I coded in the ambulance, all I felt was cold and darkness. And I would like to think that there's a different future waiting for me.
You actually died?
Alright, but resuscitation is hit or miss. He can't guarantee that he can actually bring anyone back, let alone that anyone will remember what happened in their moment of so-called death. Reed, what's the best way to make sure his victims had an experience?
Keep them dead longer. I think your mom needs a break. See how you do.
Thanks. An SUV's just been found abandoned near Rich Canyon Lake. Car belongs to a Samantha Brown. Park log shows that she was there with her son Evan. Let's go.
There are components.
Right, so I do have carpal tunnel, so occasionally
Matters.
So you're saying
necessity.
somebody who actually knows something about dog food.
Yep.
This is also why I use the bigger bottles.
With no artificial flavors or preservatives, like Nature's Recipe, Nutromax, and all new Wholehearted, starting at $9.99.
Depression. I don't have carpal tunnel. I suffer from. Anyway, yeah.
I love Ebates. I have made $511.34.
It's the easiest thing. You shop and you get money. There's no hassles, no gimmicks, nothing.
Join today and get a $10
What
bonus
were you?
at
You were folding the dress.
Introducing our new autumn carb turkey sandwich from Subway. Filled with thick-cut oven-roasted turkey with no artificial preservatives or flavors. Topped with sliced cheddar and our new cranberry mustard sauce. All on 9-grain wheat bread. It's a big new flavor.
Okay, gotta switch the angles because I'm using the other hand now.
No matter how you get into the healthcare system, United Healthcare can help you compete.
doctor quality ratings and costs. United Healthcare.
The reason I chose Harmony was you had to pay to be on there, and I felt like the people who were on there really valued a relationship.
For my family, that we are 3 for 3, and our siblings for getting married. Thank you, Harmony, for that. Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
Try to hide what's smoking. But when we brought our daughter home, I said, I have Nicoderm CQ.
The Nicoderm CQ patch with unique extended-release technology helps prevent your
Sorry to the viewer.
Every great wife needs a great house. What to consider when considering home security?
Alright.
This isn't just a yard sign. It's a line in the sand. On one side, my family and everything I've worked hard for. And on the other, an uncertain world. I only want one company by my side. ADT. For over 140 years, more people have chosen ADT to help prevent crime than anyone else. Get ADT 24/7 protection starting at just $28.99 a month.
Tested, trusted, proven. ADT, always there.
Honey, it's SUV season from Ford.
By the way, my dominant hand is my left hand, so that's the reason why I'm being extra careful with this one, because I don't have the major control that I do with my
That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Get to SUV season today
with my left hand. So I tend to do my outlines first when I do things like that, because then I can see.
Whether you're injured on the job or on the highway, you shouldn't have to worry about which lawyer to call. Obviously, you shouldn't call someone just because they have flashy or gimmicky commercials. Instead, go right to a professional attorney with the skill and credentials to protect you and your family. Choose the serious lawyer with nearly 30 years experience, including a decade as an attorney for the insurance companies. I'm Roger Orlando. For personal professional representation, call me 678-LAW FIRM.
Next week, we need to make a decision whether we want to stay together or get a divorce.
I don't really know where we're gonna go.
Damn, I like him.
Tom needs to be right.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
It worries me a lot about our future.
You're not even willing to give it a chance. We're totally different people.
He's abducted two at once. He needs to find a spot on the lake where he can control them.
Somewhere isolated that gives him the time he needs for his resuscitation ritual.
How would he keep them dead longer, Reed?
There's a saying in the medical community that you're not dead until you're warm and dead. Colder water temperatures could lead to hypothermia, which would offer the best chance for successful reanimation.
I'll conference Garcia. Give it to me, baby.
Garcia, our unsub's got 2 more victims, and he's most likely taken to the coldest part of Rich Canyon Lake. We need to intercept them. What do you got?
Okay, checking water temperatures. Now we have several cold spots.
What's with the biggie, Penelope?
The colder spots just match those recent victims' diatomic levels. The unsub's been getting colder and colder the whole time. Cross-reference water temperatures with your list of prior deaths in the area. This lake means something to him other than cold water.
If he died once before, there should be a report about it or another trauma that keeps him rooted here.
We profiled that he could be a first responder or knows the area well, so cross with your list of local law enforcement and park officials.
Okay. Daniel Winokur was murdered 15 years ago. He was a park attendant. His dock is in the coldest part of Rich Canyon Lake.
Who killed him, Garcia?
His son, Chase. Daniel physically assaulted his son and then buried him alive when he was 16. There was no mom in the picture. Chase got off late. He was out at 18.
Garcia, check his medical history.
Chase was diagnosed with lymphoma when he was 10. It went into remission when he was 12, but a few months ago he was diagnosed with stage 4 and he's been given 3 months to live. The idea of having to face death again must be what sent him over the edge. Guy's been haunted his whole life by whatever he experienced that night.
Send us the address, Garcia.
Right, so as I said, this is, for most of these, this is just the first layer. The bigger the pieces are, the more chance that the thing will decide to fall over. And there's also usually more flaws in the first level because of my hand condition. And so, again, first layer, most likely I will probably end up just doing 2 on this one. And then the third layer will end up being the final lit color of the skin. That will take a while, so thanks for watching. Bye!